So, everyone, this is Douglas Busch, and he's going to be going over basically everything that you need to know on charting and what you need to look for. And so we've picked out. Are you starting with IGV? Is that one, or is this one from a
Yeah,
previous?
no, this first of all, Rob, thanks for having me on. It's a real pleasure. I love doing these type of things. And whenever you want to have me on, I'm more than happy to help out. So thanks for having me on, first of all. But yeah, I mean, I put out a note every day. This is today's note. So I figured I'd go over it a little bit. I know your people like to kind of take a look at charts, and they're looking to improve their charting technique. So what I'll do
Yeah,
is in my daily notes, what I usually do first is I'll kind of pick an ETF that is kind of in the news. Software, obviously, one of the biggest sectors within software. I mean, within technology, and you can see here the IGV. I was a little bearish on this chart, Rob. You can see here, I'm a big round number theory guy. So what that means is, stocks, indexes, any tradable instruments, they will find resistance and they tend to find support at big round numbers. So you can see here on this chart, ever since the beginning of July, I hope everyone can see it. It had a lot of problem as it was butting up against 300 right here in early July, again in mid July, again here. It was about 3 or 4 sessions that popped above. Yesterday, pretty nice day. It's highest daily close ever. And you can see here there's a big bull flag. So I'm looking for a move here. I'd like to see a few closes above this 300 level, but yesterday was a good start. It had problems at 300. So what happens in charting, a lot of times former resistance becomes support.
right.
Well, that's what I'm looking for here in the IGB. If this 300 number holds, I think a lot of names, a lot of individual names within are going to flourish. Let's see. This is not particularly a software name, but this is Netflix. I'm sure a lot of people obviously know what's going on. With the Fang names, most of them are doing very well. This is one that's sort of been left behind. But you can see here it's held its rising 50-day moving average.
Right.
And that's a really good sign. A lot of technicians think the more times a line is hit, the weaker that support or resistance becomes. I'm with that belief, but you have to give this name the benefit of the doubt here. You can see here again, it's holding this line here. And down here, we have something called the MACD. It's a moving average crossover. So you can see here when this black line jumped above this red line here. I won't get into
The
I could bore
crossover.
you all day, but you can see here it led to about 100-point rise here in the stock in Netflix. It did it again here in mid June. You can see here again, boom, it rose, and right here you can see here this black line is looking to jump over that red line once again. I think if that happens, this can go up. This could probably see. You can see here it's kind of near the 500 number. I think this can go right to 600. I'm looking for a 100-point move there, and you have a double bottom here. The exact point is 510.92. If it can take that out, I really like that. Let's see here. I got a few individual names that on my watch list today for you guys if they want to take a look at them. First one is Light Momentum Holdings. Didn't act too well yesterday, but again here, one of my strategies is to buy a stock the first time it actually hits a rising 50-day moving average after a breakout, Rob. This here took out an 86.03 cup with handle. It's holding this here. You can see here it has actually dropped back to the 200-day moving average a couple times. So I did give this stop a little bit of room. Are your guys mostly longer term or shorter term, Rob? Or
I have a complete mixture. So,
okay,
yeah, it's probably around. I mean, even the guys who are doing shorter term, they still have a long term portfolio.
okay,
So,
okay, okay, that's fine. So yeah, I'm just saying if there were day traders in here, I would probably keep a tighter stop. But I'm more long term. You can see that many people define the long term trend how the 200-day moving average is sloping. It's still sloping higher. It might trade back there, but I think you can actually start a position here in light. You can see it's I'm basically I make 100% of my decisions based on technicals, but I do of course pay attention to the fundamentals. I think they complement each other.
okay.
You've had five straight positive earning reactions in this name, so I think that's a pretty good name right there. This one is a software name. It's a Dutch play. It's been acting really well. You can see here, I believe it's on a 7 or 8 day moving streak. Yesterday, again, round number theory. It was stopped at 100 back here in July. Stopped here again. The third time looks like the charm. It's busting above. The one caveat I'd say on this one, it does report earnings after the close next week. I believe it's, I don't know, next Wednesday or Thursday. If you do get involved, I mean, look, I'm a longer term guy, so again, I have to go through this 4 times a year every time they report. If you have a nice basis, it's probably better
Right.
going into the report long. So to start a new position, look, I'm really bullish how this name broke above the 100 number. It did break above on an upgrade. I think it was City yesterday. I'd rather see a breakout on less plain vanilla generic, no news. But this one here, you can see the volume here yesterday as well. Very nice. And just to show you too, on the chart below, I usually have ratio charts I put in there.
Okay.
And you can see here is the stock itself against the IGV. I want to know how that stock is performing against its own peers.
Right.
When I'm looking for names, when I'm looking for potential names, I want to see not only strong sectors, but I want to see strong names within those sectors.
Okay.
So basically, I'm looking for the cream of the crop here. You can see here it had a nice move April, May. Then it kind of was sleepy. You can give it a break for digesting that move, and now it looks like it's ready to take out highs here again after basing through June through August. And then my last one is Roku. Okay, this one obviously I think a lot of people know about. Again, this goes back to my first play with light. Took out a cup with handle here, cup with handle pattern, pivot of 134 back in early July, and it's kind of holding this 150 number. But I would look for a little weakness here into that rising 50-day, about 144, to get involved. But I like that chart as well. And you can see here again on the bottom, I compared it to actually the XLK, the entire technologies group. And you see a bullish ascending triangle here. I like that. It's starting to coil. That usually, once you see that compression action, it usually leads to a big imminent move. Of course, I want to wait for the breakout. But that's basically my presentation today. If you have any stocks that some of your followers want me to take a look at, I'm more than happy to.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you.
So you just let me know. I'm more than happy to take look at them.
Yeah, that's great. And so I just want to make sure everybody knows that your website is Chart Smarter, and that's something that everybody can sign up for, and they can get this every single day it goes out. I'm a subscriber as well, and so every day you send out an email, and then you can just go right from there and take a look at all these names that you just talked about.
Sure.
It's a great tool, and everything is always broken down the way that you just had it. That's a perfect example.
I try and keep it as simple as I can. Look, I know we live in a complexity biased world, but I like to keep it pretty simple. I tell you where your route is. That's the most important thing. I think you guys know that, Rob.
Yeah.
We really should pay attention to what the downside might be. So you want to know exactly what your route is before you even make the trade.
And are you basing your stops on a percentage, or are you doing it on a previous support, or what?
It could be both. It's usually a technical.
Okay.
It's usually a technical catalyst that'll get me out. If the catalyst that got me in no longer exists, look, I cut my winners real short. The best trades, they tend to work out right away. I'm not afraid to add to names on the way up. I never add to names on the way down. In fact, one of the names I really like here, full disclosure, I'm long in my IRA, is this Datadog. Look, I never catch a falling knife. I've been long this name for many months. And of course, I had to hold into earnings. So you saw this earnings, is just, I believe it lost almost a quarter of its value. You can see here again, the very round number theory came into play.
Wait, you know what? There's something going on. I'm not seeing your full screen here.
Oh, you're not seeing? Hold on. Let me see.
I'm seeing just the web bar.
Can you see it now or no?
No, it's just like I can see the tabs that you have open, and that's it.
All right, hold on. Let me just see. Can you see? You can't see this data dog chart?
No, I'm not
All
sure
right,
what's
let me
going on
just.
here.
Okay, let me stop sharing. Screen share. Let's see.
Oh, there we go.
That,
Okay, we're good.
okay. Okay. Yeah. So this is a name I'm really looking at today. I'm looking to add to this position. You can see here again, like I said, you have to be able to withstand. If you're a longer term trader, you have to be able to withstand earning reports.
Right.
This thing was a doozy. You can see, I think it lost 20, 25%. I can't remember. But remember, I had a nice basis, so I was a little more comfortable holding it. But I was not going to add to this name until I saw a technical catalyst. That very next day, you see this candle here. That's called
Yeah.
the bullish harami. It was inside that big down day, the previous day on earnings. That gave me a green light to actually add to my trade with a stop right below that day's low. I'm not exactly sure what day that exactly was, but it was, a couple weeks ago. I think you guys can see it. You had that big down day,
Yeah.
then you had that very small real body with inside that candle. And now, if this can take out this 50-day moving average, 87, I'm going to be adding more there. And then, of course, you have a double bottom that's setting up here. 9677 will be another add on, but that's one of my favorite names right here.
Okay, Datadog. I'm gonna look into that one as well. That I mean,
Okay.
definitely looks promising.
Okay.
And so generally, how long are your swings? Are your positions, or does it
Yeah.
just wildly differ?
It could be months. I mean, look, I've learned over the years, Rob, that you make the big money sitting on your hands. The less you do, the better.
Yeah.
Again, as long as a catalyst still exists for me being in that trade, I'm staying in it. It could be months, could be weeks, could be years. I've been
Okay.
in AMD for a long time now, so it's. But again, I don't really. We're wrong a lot, and the key is cutting your losers short. You can't have any patience for winners. I can't tell you how many people actually reverse that whole thought process. They let their losers run and they cut their winners too short. At the end of the year, if you look back on your trades, you'll find, a lot of times two, three, or four really big winners make your year.
Yeah.
So, you have to let these kind of put them in cruise control as long as they're working and the trend is still higher. Try and let these flourish.
Okay.